What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the stream. We are live with the T5S2 GT Finals. 5 rounds of 40k were played by these players to get to this point. And out of a much larger than normal field, they were able to go undefeated, get to this finals round, and I'm excited to watch because we have two superlative players on the stream today, everybody. Let's give a hand for, in the blue over here, we have AshC, regular T5S2 Invitational Qualifier. Ash has been in, I believe, every single T5S2 Invitational. Versus over on the other hand, we have, over here in the red, Doots, playing his Heretic Astartes. Now, Doots very excited about the release of the new Demons Codex, but obviously that was before the launch of the T5S2 GT. So for now, we just get the normal Chaos Space Marines on the table here for Doots. We do have a prediction going in chat, so everybody in chat who wants to drop down some channel points for their favorite player can do so. Oop, and the unfortunately the factions have not been noted, chat. I apologize. Let me fix that real quick.
Okay.
There you go, chat. A little peek behind the curtain. Unfortunately, it feels like it's been a while since I've commentated a game. That can't be true, but it does feel like it's been too long. So I'm excited to get back in the saddle, everybody. Get some commentated games going. I've been playing too much 40k. Unacceptable. Let's watch other people play some 40k. So, we're on Death and Zeal today. This is a 5-objective mission with locking objectives. If you have objectives secured on the objective through the battle round back to your command phase, then you will lock it in until your opponent steals it from you. Each player has a corner deployment zone.
They can't.
Starts relatively near to the center that Ash is going to be taking as much advantage of as possible.
Only core units.
And it looks like we're probably just going to have a big knockdown, drag-out fight in the middle of the table, as befits these two factions. Creations of Bile, not a faction known for its surreptitious behavior. And the same for Adepta Sororitas, especially Ash's Valorous Heart variety of Adepta Sororitas. Speaking of which, let's talk about some lists, chat. We'll go through Ash's list real quick here because we have seen it pretty recently. We streamed the Pod 6 finals where she beat RoboShark to take down that event with the same list. This is a Valorous Heart Battalion Detachment running Ephrael Stern and Kaiganel, as well as Morven Val, who is the Warlord. She does have her own Warlord trait, Righteous Rage, so rerolls in melee. Ephrael Stern and Kaiganel, pretty good piece of technology there for defeating, especially phase-capped models, because Ephrael does put out a Smite-equivalent psychic power, or ability. Technically not a psychic power, but it is almost identical to Smite. We have 3 units of 5 Battle Sisters, 1 Dogmata with the Casket of Penance to reduce toughness and strength values of Chaos units around her, along with the Refrain of Blazing Piety, so she's going to be able to deal mortal wounds as well. And that does deal a flat 3 mortal wounds to a Chaos unit. And for 1 CP, to use the auto-pass litany stratagem for Adepta Sororitas, she can do it out of phase. So she can do it anytime she wants to. So if you have a phase that you're not dealing damage to those phase-kept models, you can spend a CP to allow her to try and attempt her litany. We have 3 units of Paragon Warsuits, all with Warblades, and Multi-Meltas, and Stormbolters. 1 Preacher. Looks like we're going to go first here. And that is Ash going first.
I do not.
Wonder if these players did want to go first or second. Ash does get a little bit of a benefit here. She does get to fire at the Chaos Land Raider that is out in the open. Has a unit of Chosen and a unit of Heretic Legionnaires inside it. As we've seen before, these Chaos Land Raiders can be pretty tanky, although the number and volume of rerolls, especially multi-melta attacks with full rerolls that Adepta Sororitas have access to, backed up by their Miracle Dice, does mean that those Land Raiders do go down. Looks like we are doing our litanies right now. The real question is where Morven Val's buffs go. I'm not actually sure she's in range of the Paragon Warsuit squad in the top left here, which is the one I'm sure she would like to reroll on so that she can fire at that Land Raider. Nothing else really has line of sight. Moving back to the list, though, we do have a Preacher with the Chorus of Spiritual Fortitude to make a unit immune to psychic powers. That's certainly helpful, especially in matchups that are relying on psychic powers, which are becoming more and more prevalent these days. Now with the release of Chaos Demons, although obviously that was not a consideration when this list was being built, but we also have things like Thousand Suns and Tyranids in the metagame that do a ton of psychicking, and having the Chorus of Spiritual Fortitude there certainly helps. We also have, in that detachment, a Castigator with its autocannons, as well as 2 units of Mortifiers, 4 Mortifiers apiece, with Anchorite Sarcophagi, a mix of Buzzblades and Flails on them. Ash often likes to take individual Mortifiers as well. It doesn't look like she's done that in this particular list, though. So overall, with the Valorous Heart sub-faction abilities, the army cannot be rerolled against, gets a damage ignore against mortal wounds, and compounds that Armor of Contempt with those other defensive effects. So these Paragon Warsuits, while they are effectively 1+ save with Armor of Contempt, being able to ignore the first point of AP on a 2+ save, cannot be rerolled against, and are -1 damage. The easy way to get around that is Mortal Wounds, but Valorous Heart gives them a 5+ ignore against Mortal Wounds, and you can use Chorus of Spiritual Fortitude to make them immune to psychic powers, which is where most of the Mortal Wounds in the game come from. So this list is ridiculously tanky. Morphinfall is able to point at the Paragons and give them full rerolls, which even turns on their Stormbolters, is dealing a lot of damage. The one thing that you look at these Paragon Warsuits, you see the big multi-melta, you see the big sword, you're like, oh man, that's a lot of damage. But then you find out that there's 2 Stormbolters there, and oftentimes these ladies are shooting 8 additional Strength 4 attacks, which stacks up, especially if you're full rerolling on a full unit of 3, so that becomes 24 Stormbolter attacks. Ends up killing a lot more than you expect. Speaking from experience. Moving over to Doots' list here. He is running Creations of Bile out of the... I guess we can't really call it the new Heretic Astartes Codex, right? It's kind of solidified itself. Interestingly, Doots is one of the few Heretic Astartes players who does not just hang his hat on the 10-man Terminator brick with a Black Rune of Damnation, although we do have a Possessed brick in that slot. Creations of Bile obviously giving the entire army +1 strength, +1 move, and the ability to fight on death. They also have a stratagem for core units to advance and charge, gives them a little bit of additional threat range, which makes the army exceedingly dangerous and effectively impossible to beat in melee. If you are a primarily melee army, you are going to have a tough time against Creations of Bile. They have very little defense against ranged attacks beyond the normal stuff, but they will absolutely destroy you in melee, especially since even if you Alpha Strike them, they're going to be able to fight on death and get value out of their units. And if they Alpha Strike you, they can potentially fight twice with those units over the course of 2 fight phases, because even if you charge them back, you're going to kill them, and then they're going to fight you on death. It's very difficult to deal with. We have a Demon Prince with wings, Twisted Regeneration on this guy to come back to life after he's destroyed. Gulax the Decayed to automatically wound with his attack rolls. A Lord Discordant on Hellstalker with Flames of Spite and Uloka the Black. Flames of Spite giving him wound rerolls and mortal wounds on wound rolls of 6. And then Uloka also dealing mortal wounds on top of normal damage for his demon weapon. So he could potentially be doubling up on those mortal wounds. Pretty common combination there. A Master of Possession, bringing our nice Pact of Flesh, Mark of Slanesh, to give some delightful agonies to some of these chosen units. 2 units of Legionnaires, one with Mark of Corn, 1 Cultist Mob. That's followed up by a unit of 5 Possessed, a unit of 10 Possessed, the Black Rune of Damnation, so that's our big tank unit. That's generally going to be standing in front of Doots' army with -1 to be wounded, and then being Cursed Earths to get a 4+ invulnerable save by the Master of Possession, and the Master of Possession is going to revive them if they do take casualties with Pact of Flesh. We also have 2 units of Chosen with Icons and Mark of Slanesh. Those guys with their accursed weapons and the bonus from Creations of Bile get up to Strength 6. And with the Mark of Slanesh, they get +1 to hit. So even though they often range out ahead of the army with that advance and charge ability, they have a ton of Strength 6 attacks, which is especially good against things like Adepta Sororitas. Last but certainly not least, we have a unit of 7 Warp Talons. They're in Deep Strike right now to do some backline harassment for Doots. And a Venom Crawler. Looks like we've taken some pretty standard secondaries here from both these players. Sororitas on Sacred Ground and Defend the Shrine. So we have an action we can perform on objectives to consecrate them. To get some VPs. Defend the Shrine will have one of AshC's objectives outside her deployment zone that she'll have to protect all game to get points off that one. No prisoners, obviously, for dealing damage to non-vehicle, non-monster enemies. On the other side of the table, Doots here taking Bring It Down, which does score off of all of these little walkers. So each individual Paragon Warsuit and Mortifier drops 1 point for Bring It Down. Raise the Banners High, which is a pretty classic one, especially for infantry-based armies like Doots's. Okay. And the Long War, which actually compounds with the Mission Tertiary. So the Mission Tertiary is, for Death and Zeal today, is going to be effectively identical to Long War. So Doots is going to be able to double up on that every time he completes it.
Oh, they're all in there.
Yeah.
Looks like we are on AshC's shooting phase here, so I'll send it back to the player mics while they
6.
resolve some attacks against these cultists.
AP1, so that just kills. That's a good roll. Over again.
And this is on 3s. 3 more.
3 more. Survive, buddy.
Bam. Big hit there through the dense cover. Kills 9 of those cultists.
Okay, this one Paragon.
Dudes would love that unit to survive to be able to interact with Objective 2. One of the biggest downsides of these corner deployment missions is that oftentimes if you go second, getting access to the deployment zone, the objective directly outside your deployment zone at the top there, so top left in this case for Doots, can be very difficult, whereas AshC has been able to advance onto hers no problem with her Battle Sister units.
Yeah, I'll spend 1 to 4+1 to hit. So hitting on 3s.
What's up, everybody in chat? How's it going? Good morning. Thanks for joining. Hope you're having a good day so far. We're live with the T5S2 August GT Finals. So we had a pool of 30 players, I believe, and we are down to just 2. There goes the cultist unit.
Stormbolter shots into the Land Raider.
As we said before, those Paragon Warsuits fire massive swathes of Stormbolter shots. Where did our last Paragon? Here we go. Oh, it's in the back.
Morven shooting the Land Raider, everything. Rocket. Will hit. T9, right?
T9, yeah.
Rolling. 1 save. You have 3 out.
Good.
So,
Volta.
So I made a short from a previous finals game with Doots, in fact. Where his Chaos Land Raider was able to took a shot from a Retributor squad, got absolutely diced out and destroyed. We're not seeing that this time around. The Chaos Land Raider taking a few hits from multi-meltas and missile launcher shooting, and doesn't care. Is able to shake that off no problem, which is what you expect from the Chaos Land Raider. Toughness 9 with a 1+ armor save. He gets a save against everything. It's tough to wound him even with those Strength 8 multi-melta shots. It's just solid. Oop. Camera reset there.
Yeah, so end of shooting phase, I generate Miracle. 1. You have no morale, so turn, generate Miracle. 4. Actual number.
Alright.
So AshC getting Miracle
Sisters
Dice
1 is doing Sacred Grounds.
for ending, for destroying a unit in the shooting phase. 2 1s and a 4 for AshC. So we do have effectively an auto-passed save in the pool, as well as a bunch of dice we can use for Moments of Grace or Morale. Fortunately, Sororitas have enough to do with their Miracle Dice that even those 1s are still going to be useful for AshC.
Let's see.
So the question here is how Doots wants to push out. Ash has towed the terrain with all of the mortifiers, which means any charges from Doots into the mortifier units will eat pretty disgusting Overwatch. And again, the Creations of Bile have very little defense against those ranged attacks. Well, they are powerful in melee, and if they got charged by the mortifiers, they would be able to fight in melee. There's nothing they can do up against those flamers. So it looks like what Doots might be trying to do is maybe get an engage on the mortifiers with a different unit first before getting in there with the possessed. Generally speaking, Creations of Bile want as much as possible to be able to hit you with their melee units and force you to respond to them in melee. That essentially allows them to double dip on the number of attacks that they're going to get. Because once they charge you, obviously they'll swing first in their own fight phase when they charge. But if they can set up a situation where you can't entirely kill them in shooting, then you have to charge them and melee them on your own turn, then you are guaranteed to be able to fight with those units because they fight on death. So you essentially will be guaranteed 2 fight phases out of them. But obviously the awkward part is that Ash is spaced correctly here. She has the mortifiers up front with the really powerful Overwatch. And then behind them, in a position where it's very difficult to get to, she has the Paragon Warsuits. And the Paragon Warsuits have all those multi-meltas. They have access to rerolls from Morphinball. And they would be able to do a lot of damage to a possessed unit. Not necessarily kill the entire possessed unit, but every converted multi-melta shot once they get in half range is a dead possessed because they're d6 plus 2 damage, so the minimum 3 will kill the 3 wound possessed model. And with enough of them, obviously there's 9 multi-meltas, so 18 shots. Even through a Cursed Earth, they'll be able to do a bunch. And those possessed without a multi-melta's not able to fight.
So we'll get these Marines out.
Looks like we're probably going to be disembarking Legionnaires in order to... We're going to rock those guys to Objective 2.
Measure these pre-game.
The other fortunate part for Ash is that she did get a Battle Sister squad to touch the center objective, which means she does have objective secured present there. Another big weakness of the Creations of Bile list is that it doesn't tend to have a wide volume of objective secured, whereas the Dogmata in the Sororitas list can just make any Sororitas units or core units, so the Paragon Warsuits generally objective secured that are around her. The Chaos Space Marines have no such benefit, and they just have these Legionnaire squads that are going to be able to hold those objectives. So it may be difficult for Doots, especially with the lack of ranged attacks that his army have. Not that it's 0 ranged attacks, but it's not a ton. It may be difficult for him to remove these small objective security units that are in that back here.
And they're going to advance 3, so we go 10.
So it looks like Dude's going to be setting up a lot of his units to
Basically
counter
just getting
punch
back
whatever
here.
hits on Objective 2. He's expecting, I imagine, the Paragon Warsuit squad to get in there. Now we are, just for clarification, chat, the rules lock for this event was over a month ago, so we are using the rules as of that time, which included extended engagement range. The players may independently elect not to take it, but otherwise it will be in effect, which means the charge into the ruins is going to be a lot easier than it would be normally.
He's done his job.
So what you're saying is he's not going to shoot or fight for the whole game.
Oh, he's going to shoot.
Dude's pushing back his Chaos Land Raider, acts as a fire base for the remainder of the game. The Chaos Land Raider with those D6 plus 2 damage blast cannons is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Even the Paragon Warsuits with -1 damage will still die on a 3.
Chipping away.
A 3+ on the damage roll. Obviously, they're Armor of Contempted and they have access to Miracle Dice, so it should be tougher for Doots to get through that consistently. But if any of those attacks do convert, they will just go down. Possessed Squad pushing forward. The big question here is whether or not we see the Black Rune of Damnation Possessed Squad push forward as well.
Really think is necessary. I'll roll in advance for these guys.
I'm a little worried that the one Possessed Squad is not going to do too much damage to the Mortifiers. They have a lot of attacks, and they have a good profile at dealing with Mortifiers. Strength 6, AP 2, 2 damage. Basically a perfect profile against them. That said, the Mortifiers do have just basically a boatload of wounds with the damage ignore. 20 wounds there. Getting through that with 26 attacks is pretty unlikely. Especially since I imagine at least one or two of these possessed will go down to heavy flamer shooting on the way in.
Oh, we got multiple targets there. Gunno Crawler is going to come here, touch this terrain. This guy. This fucking guy right here. I'll advance the Demon Prince. 17. 15. Let's come back a little bit. Cheeky little smite out there, or that's probably better to just stay here. We'll actually swing around over here for now. Oh shit, I already advanced these guys, didn't I? That's fine.
So it looks like Dude's just going to be keeping things relatively conservative for now.
This guy then.
The Lord Discordant on Hellstalker is a 9-wound character, so he is character protected.
Cool. This guy can just go here.
So he's able to basically fire his flamer with impunity. Especially since it doesn't necessarily have to worry about the mortifiers right now. Although Ash has a penchant for rolling really, really long charges, so she may just try to get in that guy and trade a mortifier unit for him. Although, to be fair, the only real unit weapon they have that's going to be good against him is going to be those Buzz Blades. Since with the 2+7 Armor of Contempt, he's a tough cookie against the low AP weapons.
And let's shoot guns. Or actually, let's do Psychic Powers. That sounds better. Alright, Master of Possession. We'll do Cursed Earth.
No, dude. Despite putting down a banner seems like bad optics.
Cursed Earth goes off on an 8. You got plenty of stuff, I think.
What's up?
Goes off.
So yeah, question here now is how
I'm
effective
taking
these
this
6+
guy.
denies are.
Full Pact. Okay, don't need Pact. So, guess Delightful. It really doesn't matter. I'm just not gonna worry about it. He's done. And Demon Prince will try to Prescience. Nope. Alright, shooting. I will start with the Lord Discordant. We'll shoot Mortifiers 2.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Winning on 3s. 7 at AP2.
Damage, right?
Ooh, that's a hell of a shot right there.
Yeah, 2 each.
7 wounds.
Anchorite, 4 up.
That buff on flamer weapons, pretty big
Wow.
deal.
4 up.
Anchorite's eating 4 damage. 6 damage.
Damage. In.
The Lord Disco is
Wow.
staying alive, chat, for sure.
And a 4 up. Takes 3.
Okay. Venom Crawler will shoot same target.
Mm-hmm.
Ash bossing some damage ignores there, it looks like. Only 3 damage
2
on
more.
that unit.
And do you have any other shooting?
Land Raider.
Relies on 1
God, stop it.
and dies.
That guy was like 50-50. All right. Land Raider.
Finally goes down. Turns out that Anchorite Sarcophagus with a bunch of wounds and damage ignore protected
We're
by
gonna
Armor of Contempt. It's
do
pretty
Heavy
tanky.
Bolter into Mortifiers 2, Las Cannons into Paragons 3.
Okay.
So Heavy Bolters. Won't explode.
So Doots here just going to try to soften down these Mortifiers with shooting and trade the Possessed for them. Downside for Doots here, obviously, is that those Possessed are not going to be able to actually take the objective away. So he's just killing models at this point, but it looks like he's going to be donating a 12 to Ash. That does create kind of an interesting game state, because at that point, Ash is not really incentivized to push forward very much. Doots does have the advantage of bottom round 5 scoring. So there is the potential that he can just hold things out and score a 12-point turn on the bottom of round 5. But if Ash maxes her primary by getting 12s before that, it's going to be pretty good for her.
Not the best. For 16. Kill 1.
Kill 1. Okay.
So it looks like Paragons escaped the predations of the Predator, or of the Land Raider, excuse me. And now we're going to be firing these Possessed over the side here. This is really good offensive positioning for Doots. The modifiers do have the potential to fight on death, just like the Creations of Bile units. So what Doots is going to do is make it as difficult as possible for Ash to be able to fight with these modifiers that are on the objective if they go down. So if he's able to kill the unit or most of the unit, he may be able to prevent one or more of them from attacking.
Oh.
Yeah, so we are taking advantage of our
very
extended
correct,
engagement
yes.
rule here.
Yeah. All right. That is going to be 21 attacks. That should be on me. On 3s and 3s. 10 saves.
AP2, right?
AP2, yeah.
5 up.
I apologize, chat.
That's up 2 damage, right?
Switched
Yep,
over
2
my
weeks.
seed by accident.
Nice.
Question related to the FAQ release. With the Megara getting the updated
Yeah,
class
that
keywords,
looks-
I think it'll be taking a central role in Chaos Knight lists.
Does the fail gets fight
Honestly,
back?
I doubt it. I think that, generally speaking, the place of the big knight is typically an abominant to get access to those psychic powers. And honestly, the most effective Chaos Knights list currently is the Dog Walker list with Abaddon. So I think that we'll typically see one variety of those. You may see Megaras like pop in occasionally, but I doubt that they dramatically transform the design of the faction.
AP?
AP4.
Cool. So 3 go through. Are these the 2 damage ones?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I killed 2 Duders and
So I think that was basically just a dramatic underperformance from Doots here, it looks like. Killed 2.5 mortifiers. Lost most of a possessed unit. The shooting almost entirely bounced. So pretty unfortunate for him. He's going to lose a possessed unit here. Not really get too much value for it. The mortifiers are essentially chaff infantry in Ash's list. She uses them just to trade and act as a distraction card effects. They're a little bit easier to kill than the Paragon Warsuits. They're not -1 damage. And their save is dramatically lower, which does mean that a lot of people sort of focus fire on them really early, which means that the Paragon Warsuits just get to get up the table more quickly. And that's essentially what's happening here. She can use them as a defense for the Paragon Warsuits, and they're doing a good job at it.
Top sec goes on Paragon Squad 3. Rerolls. Goes on to Paragon Squad 3. Like, Feral Second Community. Fails. Prayer of the Feral Smite from the Dogmata. Fails. Okay. Oh, and Feral +1 attack from the Preaching. That's all failed. Right. They're very scared by the possessed, it seems.
At least the litanies are not that exciting this turn. The least inspiring litanies we've ever heard.
Here, is this on the terrain? No, it is not. So, back.
So Ash looking for some lines of sight into the Chosen here.
Line of sight on white.
That is why Doots is placing him at the back there. It looks like she will just take the shot into the Marines, though.
Sorry. I see this guy. Oh.
Trying to get lines of sight as close as we can. Essentially making it so that Ash could potentially fire multiple units at the Heretic Astartes, or the Legionnaire squad. I think she's trying to get it so she can fire the Paragon Warsuits and the Castigator, but as it stands, one of them will probably knock the other one out of line of sight. That's why those line of sight checks are really important. Yeah, that's the wrong unit there, Ash. That's why those line of sight checks are really important, especially when you're trying to conduct an effective shooting phase. Being able to sequence your shooting in such a way that your opponent's not able to pull you on a line of sight and reduce the damage output of your army is a pretty big deal. And we talk about that a lot in Advanced Tactics, too. I think I have an Advanced Tactics video about shooting phase sequencing like that.
Distance that I would call not feasible. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Nurgle Matt in chat, how's it going, man? Thanks for popping in. Thanks everyone for coming in and hanging out this morning with me. Watch some awesome 40k. Now Ash and Doots did play during the Invitational, and it did not go well for Doots. He essentially suicided into this army with his army of Possessed and Chosen, and was laid low on the counterpunch. Didn't really do as much damage as he was hoping. And the Paragon Warsuits ended up wading in and just cleaning them up. We did have that game streamed. So the interesting question is whether or not Doots has learned from his mistake. And I'm sure he has. Doots is a learning robot. So I'm excited to see if he can pull some chicanery out. Although obviously that first turn was a little bit disappointing. Still has his whole army to follow. As you got 12 primary, right?
Oh, yeah.
Good
Did you forget about
stuff.
putting
All
primaries?
those primary points. So Ash looks like she is going to be forcing dudes down to a 4-point primary. Although, depending on where her positioning is, she does have to keep in mind that there is a unit of Warp Talons in reserve. So dudes could make a play for objective 5, potentially, if Ash leaves him a space. Though I have a sneaking suspicion that she won't. We do need to see this Battle Sister Squad 2 down here get spread out a little bit, so that we don't see any chargers coming out of the dense cover in the back of their deployment zone. Obviously, those Warp Talons don't care about the dense cover penalty, having the fly keyword. Jump back's pretty useful, turns out. So here comes everybody pushing down to objective 4, and I really like this play from Ash. She's just kiting around the central brick that Doots has presented here in his deployment zone. This is, you know, some of the most dangerous melee threat in the entire game hidden inside this ruin right here, and so Ash is going to give it a wide berth, and you can literally see her units moving all the way around it. So she's going to push around to objective 4. She's going to take this possessed unit, and she's going to feel pretty good about it. She's going to push up onto objective 2, deny that from Doots. Maybe she trades a couple models for the chosen unit, but then she doesn't have to deal with those anymore. She's protecting her Paragon Warsuits from the Lord Discordant with the Mortifiers. So if that Lord Discordant tries to push in, it will probably have to charge the Mortifiers, eat an Overwatch, which may not actually do that much damage, to be fair. They're only AP1. But still have the potential to fight on death and block off a lot of the potential charge positions that Lord Discordant could end in. And Ash here also going to be utilizing the fact that the objectives lock in as well. So she's actually leaving objective 3 right now. One of the benefits of the Long Wars, it scores you for destroying enemy units that are on objectives, excuse me. And if she just leaves objective 3, it's already locked in for her. So if Dudes doesn't commit any of his big expensive bricks onto that objective, she's going to continue to passively score 12-point primary turns. And she won't give up those secondaries for destroying units on objectives. Really smart heads-up play from Ash. I think a lot of players wouldn't really keep that in mind and would actually just stay on the objective. That's obviously the initial impulse, is to tow a guy into the back over there, you know, tow a Battle Sister unit in the back of this ruin, and just, you know, make sure that you're holding the objective. But that ends up just bleeding you points, especially since you don't need to force... you don't need to give up units to force Dudes to come to that objective. Really good play. I apologize, chat. I keep hitting that button. It's right where my, I guess just the way my screen got formatted. Makeable. It's right where my audio controls are, so I keep trying to hit them.
So yeah, they will be doing the...
Really on point today. Professional streaming, this game.
Yep, start of shooting phase, stuns thing. Goes off, what was it, 10, so that's D6 onto your possess. For 6.
You rolled an 8, right? It's +2 because of chaos, yeah. And you rolled a big 6, very cool. So that is 4, 5, 6.
So that does mean that Ash will most likely not have to commit anything into melee to deal with that possessed. It'll just probably go down to even Stormbolter shooting at this point.
9.
He's awake and doing it today.
This is the exact same, because...
Yep.
God.
I guess... What was the last guy you couldn't see?
I can't
Was
see...
it this guy?
No, I can't see this guy.
Okay, so I'll just take these then.
Yep, no, the big one I can definitely not see him. These ones did not advance. Not shoot anything, so... Yep. Alright, close. You have left line of sight here? Huh, I did it. Oh. Oh yeah, I can shoot the Venom Crawler. Okay, these two are going to shoot the Venom Crawler. This one is going to you know, everything's just going to shoot the Venom Crawler, whatever.
Okay.
So, 12 shots.
So we're gonna see if we can take out that Venom Crawler. Those little guys are annoying. They have a decent volume of shooting, and they give a cast bonus to the Master of Possession. So getting rid of this early would be certainly a big boon for Ash.
Yeah.
As much as you might want to shoot the Land Raider, the Venom Crawler is a more powerful support piece.
The Meltas.
So they're all shooting it?
Yep.
Okay.
9, right?
Yeah, 9.
Nothing funky. 4 plus 5. Yep, dead.
Explode. I do.
You do?
Yeah, explodes on a 5.
Ooh, awkward explosion there.
6.
Yikes.
All right,
Not like this, chat, no!
Disco.
Ba-boom!
1. I'm just going to leave him because he's just going to heal. Marines. 2.
And we do have Pact of Flesh in the back here, so we can start to heal these guys. It's not the end of the world that we're taking damage.
Master Possession.
It is just, I think, annoying for dudes. Ooh, 3 on the Master Possession, though. So if he does Perils, it's actually a pretty good chance he dies. So Doots is going to have to be really cognizant of his CP expenditure and keep some CP for the Psychic phase in case he does roll that double 1s or double 6s on him. A little awkward. He can Pact of Flesh himself back, but I think that's probably low priority for Doots.
Yeah, just shoot there. Everything here is going to shoot that possessed champion. Do you want me to roll?
You're fine. I'll just pick him up. Alright, morale on my single marine over
Nice
there,
little time saver there.
Yep.
Do you think you can survive 6 multi-meltas and 1,000 bolters and 2 rocket launchers and Fidelis? Probably not.
Cool.
Highly unlikely.
5. Oh, wait. 6 the crown. Sorry. Defense shining. I control it, and alright, so I can't abandon this object. Cool.
Alright, I'll be on 1 and a banner.
Heal. Shrine. Got no prisoners data. And start of your turn, generate miracle. 3.
So we're back to Doots' turn. Question here is how he responds. He does have, obviously, a little bit of opportunity to deal with the Paragons up here towards Objective 2. The Chosen have a pretty decent profile at dealing with them. Their accursed weapons are AP 3, so they do force them to a 3+ save, and they do have a high volume of attacks at Strength 6, so they wound on 3s, which is pretty good.
It'd be difficult. Or, sorry.
As well as we do have the shooting from the Chaos Land Raider and the Lord Discordant that can sort of help out there as well. The question here is whether Doots put something on Objective 3. He may just be resigned to the fact that Ash is going to score a 12-point primary and or a maxed primary, and hoping that he can push back on secondaries from there. Although obviously the Sororitas secondaries ticking up passively are so strong. Sacred Grounds at 6, Defend the Shrine at 6 already. Talk to Reno can hear your dog snoring upstairs. I just had a visit from my cat. She just did a drive-by to the desk over here.
It is a 4-inch charge, so I'm not worried about that. You do have rerolls though. Can I hide this guy? I'm pretty sure I can. Just make sure these guys are hidden. Okay, if that guy goes there, he can be seen by one of them. That's fine. In that case, I'll have this guy a little bit closer, just so he's can be seen by one.
Still 2.
What's that?
Check the sword.
Oh, the sword. Yeah. So it is 2. Yes, this guy's got to scoot over. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We'll just go like this. And then that should be 0. Right?
Yep.
See?
Oh no.
Engagement range.
It's the Disco Lord.
Señor de la Discordia. All your stuff is behind that, except for this. So I can see you there. Cool. I'll actually move this thing.
You said you woke that poor driver up from his nap, Doots.
I know. Things are getting dire over here. We gotta wake up Carl for this. I'll advance my demon prince. Okay.
So characters pushing up here to deal with the units at the top left of the table. I think Doots also recognizing that Ash has sort of refused flanked him. Ooh, looks like we may have actually left a space. Looks a little tight, to be fair, for the Warp Talons. But Ash has left him a little bit of leeway. She does have range superiority, so she's able to kite him a little bit. But if Doots can just kill everything up here on the top left around Objective 2, he can try to clip out, or he can try to sort of kite the remainder of Ash's brick as well.
Gross.
Yeah, it looks like he may have had a drop there, but I think we do have a rule that the 3-dimensional elements of terrain can't be placed on for these maps, so Doots is not quite able to fit all the Warp Talons. Although, obviously, if he clears out the stuff in this area over here, Warp Talons may be able to jump in somewhere relevant. That said, they're not that effective against Valorous Heart. Not being able to reroll their wound rolls means that their relatively low strength and AP is going to suffer.
For 2.
I'm pretty sure he's in range of somebody.
Oh, sure.
Where is he?
Yeah, I didn't look at it at all. Looks like the sisters.
Just in range, yeah.
Cool. Do Cursed Earth. Was off.
You can take that one.
And Delightful Agonies. Okay. Demon Prince will...
Agonies are not delightful, Doots.
Are you kidding? Come on now. Presence from Demon Prince. We're going to Smite and have you make 3 Feel No Pains. We'll do Presence.
Ash is definitely the mistress of Feel No Pain. She's very good at those.
I'm going to do that on Land Raider. All right. Shooting. Land Raider is going to do Heavy Bolters and Morts 1. Las Cannons and Paragons 3. So here are the Heavy Bolters. On 2s. Wounding on 4s. Just 2. AP 1.
3 ups. Alright. Two.
And then Las Cannons. All hit. 3 wounds. AP 3.
4 ups. And no, I'll spend them, but throw ones.
Okay.
So a moment of grace there
Cannot
to
see the
pass the
result.
first
That's fine,
save.
okay, I mean, take it. Damage.
One
Kills.
Paragon Warsuit gets burned.
And then
We'll
the
make
last
the
one I'll
Chosen's
take
charge a
A4.
little bit tougher.
Okay.
And gonna auto pass the third one. Yeah. Ash having a glut of Miracle Dice here certainly helps.
Lord Discordant is going to shoot.
One Paragon Warsuit's a
Modifiers.
big swing though, so I think dudes can't be too upset about that. And losing a second one here may have made it so that the Chosen had a tough time getting in.
6. AP 2.
Why do you do this to me, Doots?
I like to see
Four
you
ups.
suffer. Why do you do this to me?
4 ups. 4 up.
You can start skewing low now. I won't tell anybody.
Did and a 5 up.
All right, decent performance from the
One
shooting. One Paragon Warsuit, one Mortifier dead.
All right. So it's going to be that. Let's do Chosen into Paragons.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Try to make it harder.
Big charges.
You did.
9-inch charge gets in here.
I see you.
Chosen
My
were able
intent
to
here-
hide behind the wall there so that they did not get shot by the full rerolling Paragon Warsuits. Question here is whether or not this Lord Discordant gets overwatched by the Mortifiers. Now, the Lord Discordant is going to be in a bit of a dangerous situation. May be able to get a little bit of cover from this obscuring terrain, but I have a sneaking suspicion that Chosen may get picked up, or at least 3 Chosen, which is the magic number, may get picked up by the Castigator. If that happens, the Lord Discordant would no longer be Lookout Sword.
Into the Disco Lord.
8. I'll do it like this. Look at that. I did it perfectly. All right. I'm going to start with the Lord Discordant.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you got Flails, Buzz. Statistically, I do 6 wounds to these. So Disco is going to put his demon weapon into the mortifiers.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do the bladed limbs and the mecha tendrils into the paragons. Actually, let me see.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a dangerous wound or attack allocation here from Doots. What could potentially happen is that if Ash elects to just assign damage to the Paragon Superior, the Superior could go down and deny the Chosen the opportunity to attack. And if he does not kill the Mortifiers, then things could get a little spicy.
Ooh.
Alright, this is the demon weapon. It's at mortifiers, hitting on 2s. And wounding on, so strength 7 plus 1 to wound, so 2s. Rerolling. So 6 mortals after 5 saves at AP3.
Oops, I think. And yeah. You know the one. Damage?
3 each.
Okay. So
it was 9 and then 6
Yep.
mortals. Yeah.
I have taken. Alright, first one's taken 1 wound, so it's eating 6. Lives on 1.
Jesus Christ.
Die.
Ugh.
These damage ignore rolls going absolutely
Next one dies.
ham. For Ash, looks like she does. We do lose 2 mortifiers.
Do either of them get to fight back?
I wonder if
Was that with the mortal or no?
Yeah, that was with the mortals.
Okay, so the last guy takes 1 then as well?
Oh,
or
yeah.
2?
Takes 1. Flails gets to fight back. The other one gets to fight back. Okay, so they both get to fight back before they die. Flails,
Hitting what?
they can't
Has to
reach
hit
the
him.
other. Yeah, they can't.
Okay.
Even if you weren't basing me, I can't get into engagement.
Okay.
And 5s. 6 saves.
Alright, we're good.
And then 5 attacks. Buzzsaw.
I'm gonna -1 damage this.
using the demon engine strat against the Buzzblades. Only 2 attacks go through. Yeah, both beats them both.
2. Okay.
Alright.
Now we could see an
I
interrupt here
interrupt.
potentially.
I probably do. The Discordant is -1 damage for the rest of the phase, right?
Rest of the phase, yeah.
Yeah, -1 damage there, stacking up a little bit too, which is interesting. So if the Paragons elect to interrupt and fight him, which it looks like we're going to be doing, they're not really going to do too much damage. Ash might be angling to get them to the objective.
Yeah. Pull as far to that side as possible. 5 plus 4, 9 attacks.
I'm gonna make these -1 to hit.
Okay. Hitting on 4s, rerolling.
Yep. Oh, save me 1, I guess.
Wounding on 3s. Right. Rerolling.
Yeah, T4. AP what?
AP3.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
C3.
Doots' saving throws not helping him here.
Or no,
Yikes.
Yeah, so 1, 2.
It's AP3. Yeah, 3 up. I thought they were 2 ups or something. Yeah, 3
Yeah,
ups.
so it looks like
was it a
3 chosen get killed there. Ugh.
That was right.
Those full rerolls from Morven Val pretty
For some reason I was
effective.
calculating against a 2+.
So these the guys in the back can fight, so we'll just go with them.
Yeah. So the way this works for those in the chat who are unaware, essentially the attack sequence is technically resolved independently. So each of the chosen will be assigned a save and then a second save. As soon as that chosen fails, the Creations of Bile special ability will activate, and they will get a fight phase activation, which means they get to pile in and then attack, and then the damage is dealt and they're dead. So essentially, we've rolled all the saves, but Doots is just going to say that we'll start with probably this chosen. He'll move up there to attack. This chosen will then move up there to attack. Another one can go.
These guys fight.
And it looks like, 3 of them did kill a Paragon Warsuit. The real question here is whether or not the champion and the other chosen can kill the other Paragon Warsuit. It is objective secured, so there is a potential here if the Paragons killed the chosen, they could get to the objective, and 2 of them could contest it versus Doots' 2 models. Looks like that's not going to be the case so far. Although, to be fair, we could still see the Paragon Warsuit on AshC's turn kill these Chosen and free herself.
Six more.
4 ups.
Stop. You and your 4 ups. Holy shit. Over. Every time. Over. Stop it.
It's just barely over.
Ash is
All right,
rolling pretty well today. The question mark is whether or not Ash's luck turns before the end of the game, which can always happen, and certainly has happened in the past. I've written off plenty of games, especially even in recent memory, when the dice still had a lot of extra facings on them and ended up turning around by the end of the game and making things easier for me. Sometimes it happens a little too late, though, and you've lost too much value, but oftentimes it'll allow you to pull out an awkward situation.
I did kill you. No, I didn't kill you off an objective because your guy survived. So no points for mission. Long War is 2.
You do get points for mission because you did not control this at the start of your turn. You are contesting it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the other part. I was thinking of the other part. And 2 for Long War because I didn't kill you. And yeah.
You control any objective markers or...
It's control after that you controlled and extra points for killing you.
The unfortunate part for Doots here about leaving these 2 individual models alive is that the individual, the single entity units like that end up being really effective screeners. And Doots is trying to get that big brick of Warp Talons into AshC's army. And the fact that there is a Paragon Warsuit hanging out over here, as well as this one Mortifier that can walk into obnoxious places, means that those Warp Talons may be required to sit basically in Doots' deployment zone, which would be really unfortunate for him. I wonder if there was a consideration of putting them onto Objective 3 to flip control of Objective 3. The downside is that the only good charge target they had were the Mortifiers, and they would probably take a little bit of damage in the shooting.
1 attack.
Oh, you know what? I realized I didn't roll any of my other Lord Discordant attacks in your Paragons. You mind if I do that?
Yeah, sure.
I know it's a little late, but that makes a big difference.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
All right, so the Bladed Limbs.
Yeah, the awkward part, yeah, so the Lord Discordant did undercommit into the Mortifier, so it did get the extra attacks into the Paragons. The awkward part is that if it killed the first Paragon, could change AshC's decision to interrupt.
1, and then the Mechan Tendrils. And I do Immortal to you.
Wait, these are the 1... That was 2 damage one, right, previously?
Yeah, it goes down to 1.
Yeah, sorry, then I would probably have taken a miracle on that one. Because it would have gone down to 1 and gone back up. It was got -1 + 1.
Yeah.
Right? So I rolled the first one and then, but...
Yeah, that's fine. 1 mortal and 1 save.
Yep, so convert that one to the Mecha Tendril, so 3... How many saves?
Just 1.
Okay, so 1 save, 2 up. And then 5 up, feel no pain for the mortal. Save. No difference made whatsoever. Oh, I spent a miracle, I guess. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Start of turn miracle.
Well, something can't change the past. It happens every time, right, chat? Like, I don't know if I've ever seen, like, a... oh, I forgot an attack. Do you mind if I go back? I don't know if I've ever seen that actually convert. Those attacks always fail. Karma remains strong. The universe has decreed that Paragon Wizard will not die. And so it shall be.
Fails.
These litanies not doing so hot today.
I'm not going to do Feral Smite yet. Or at all, I think.
Ash can hold the litany on the Dogmata to allow her to use the stratagem to do it in a later phase. No reason to put it to send it off now if there's no targets. Just fizzle. Can't change glitches in the Matrix. Absolutely, chat.
We established that if I stay still, you can't get to that space.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to move up there? I don't know. Okay. I don't know where these girls want to go. I know where the other girls want to go.
Run back into your corner. Just let me take the board, please. I'll be your best friend.
But you already are.
Aw. Ash, being so sweet over here. Best friends
Don't
forever.
shoot that guy. Don't worry about him. He's having a siesta. And also
that's what you said. That's what you said about.
Yeah. So as we mentioned before, the Lord Discordant did lose its bodyguard because the Chosen were reduced down below 3 models, which means it is just fully shootable right now. Don't even have to worry about whether or not you're closest. You can just let loose. So we're fully rolling a unit of Paragon Warsuits at that gentleman. And probably going to see him get picked up, I would imagine. Although, obviously, we do have access to a -1 damage, and he has Armor of Contempt and a 2+ save. So it may be that he just saves through, but I think that seems a little bit unlikely. And that is unfortunately going to leave Doots in a pretty awkward position. He has killed a few of the vehicles. Almost a full unit of Paragons and a unit of Mortifiers, but he's going to be ending up pretty low on resources here. And that's really the power of this Valorous Heart Adepta Sororitas army. Usually you see a little bit more of a proactive army out of Bloody Rose. That's kind of more of a toolbox. But the Valorous Heart is very much a stat check. Ash is asking you the question whether or not you can kill all these vehicles and have enough left alive to deal with the characters and anything you don't kill. And typically, Ash will end up eating the charge using Overwatches and defensive effects to keep her units alive, and then just killing you on the swing back.
You know, I don't need to advance. I think she gets to here. Yeah, she'll advance. 3. There. These are going to go here. Battle Sister Squad 1 is going to advance. 10. Green. They don't go 10, they go 8. And brain is clearly not. I'll CP that then. Okay, better go 11. I just retain this movement. I'm happy. Except for the fact that I spent a CP. Right. Then the stop one that goes to here. Bile moves 8 back to here. Okay. Get the little snipey angle, I think. Maybe not, I don't know, I'll figure it out. These Battle Sister Squad 3 will advance.
I don't think Morgan can see my Disco Lord.
Fine.
I don't think it's gonna matter, but
Back. That side is screened by tank. Tank. Tank is happy. Everyone is happy. Right. No actions necessary. Yes. Okay. Stern does D3 +2. 3 into Disco Lord. Paragon 2, everything into Disco Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So Melta's in range. Three saves.
One goes through.
Stay strong, Disco Lord. We need
Pardon?
you, buddy.
Is he? Oh, actually, I don't think he blows up.
Oh, no,
I
that was
don't think
fast.
so either.
Yeah, no.
Goodbye.
Paragon
Unfortunate there.
delay. Shots is the Melta. We
do have Ash. Looks like has reassembled her screen against those Warp Talons. So the Warp Talon's not going to have a great opportunity to do a ton of damage.
Saves. The other one hits. It wounds.
Kills.
Dies. And then the Stormbolt does. One save.
He's good.
Okay. That's it. Generate miracle for killing shit. Oh, right, sorry. Tank shoots tank. Let's go.
Hit on 4s.
Combo shots is
Tank on tank violence
really
here.
wants to
Cassie
kill
Cassie
the
is
tank.
doing it this game.
Land Raider should be safe. 5s to wound into a 2+ save with -1 to hit. But who knows these days? Ash has been rolling so well with this Castigator. Ooh, that didn't look good.
Cassie is enthusiastic, but not very good.
Yeah, she got her marine kills already.
And then mortify into the chosen.
Mm-hmm.
6. Five swings. Roll. 4.
These Buzzblades. Yeah. So he'll put everything into Paragon.
Mhm.
One miss, one explodes. 4, AP3.
Alright,
Can this guy kill the Paragon
Yeah.
Warsuit? That's the question.
Did I do shooting phase miracle? I don't think I did. No, I had
I don't
5
remember.
before. Yeah, I had 2 5s sitting in back.
Cool.
So 4 saves, 4 ups. And yeah, okay.
Hey.
I don't know.
So at the very least, the Chosen trades for the Paragon Warsuit. I think opens up maybe a little bit of a space in the center here for the Warp Talons to go down into a Paragon squad. Although, to be fair, the Warp Talons do not match up well against the Paragons. They wound them on just 4s, right? Yeah, they wound them on 4s. Put them to a 3+ save, but no rerolls is brutal for them. So this one Legionnaire in the back here holding point for Doots, getting a little bit of points back. Bring it down, ticking up, banners ticking up, and the question mark here is whether or not he can push into this Sororitas army.
One Martifier. Left over there. This is turn 3.
Was that on an objective marker? The Chosen?
Yes, one of them was, I think.
Okay, so I get +1. Cool. Your warp talents can drop in and kill some sisters.
I hope so.
It does seem like what Warp Talons are here to do, to be fair.
Okay, that's to do that.
Yeah, so not a ton of great drops here.
That. Can't do anything there. I have to kill that.
Could probably just shoot the Mortifier to death. And potentially do some damage to it with Psychic Powers. We might open up the las cannons to fire into the Castigator. Would be a big blow to AshC's ability to interact in Objective 2 if Doots is able to kill the Castigator. Although the Paragon Warsuit squad of 2 in the middle here may be able to get to that Legionary. Which is unfortunate for Doots. So much forward pressure here from the Adepta Sororitas that Doots is having trouble dealing with. The awkward part is that he can't really commit his Possessed Brick because even with the Black Rune of Damnation, the sisters are so good at killing the Possessed with those multi-meltas that he needs to be able to clear them out. Looks like we are going to push forward though. He does have to prevent the primary VP bleed on the center objective. He's already down quite a bit in primary. And he really needs to create a situation where he can win in the late game.
What's that?
Because I control this, I control it until you take it.
Yeah.
Models.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hopefully I make a charge here. If not, that'd be real bad. That'd be real bad.
Yes, you might not make your unfailable charge.
No. You never know. I've been known to do it. These chosen are going to advance. Nice. Solid 9er.
So chosen advancing to get the advance and charge strat. Ability to come in and deal with the Battle Sisters.
I think we're just going here for now. Land Raider is pretty much... Actually, no. Get up here.
Oh no. A Land Raider.
A Land Raider? What?
I'm gonna shoot at Cassie.
My Land Raider will kill one Mortifier, right? 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 And then I guess Warp Talons just come over here. Because why not? Could also play slightly safe, but it's not very cash money, so
Battle Sister squads 1 sacrifice their lives for the cause.
they did a great job.
I mean, they consecrated some sacred ground.
Where is... Oh, it's right here. Okay. They did a great job, and I'm proud of them.
I'm also very proud of them. I'm glad we see eye to eye on this.
Neat. Let's do Spooky Magic. Master Possession. Cursed Earth. Here we go. I will stab a guy in the face for 3. 2, 3.
Okay.
So Cursed Earth on an 11.
So.
Okay. I honestly can't remember if this was before.
I'll try and pour up this.
Okay.
No.
Trevi, did this GT start before the CSM FAQ? Can't remember if my cursed earth is 12 or 6.
Started on August 21st. CSM FAQ was the 17th.
Okay, so it is 6 inches. All right. I'll do a Pact of Flesh. Goes off on a 5.
Goes off.
Okay. I'll heal the corn dudes. And I will do Delightful Agonies. Nope, I need a 6 for that.
I killed your venom. Thingy.
Could CP this. I'm gonna CP that. Goes off. Nice.
I have spawned in an extra aspiring champion to represent your revived guy.
Cool.
Do my grid.
Demon Prince will do Prescience. Goes off.
I've rolled a lot of 5s.
You have. Alright, Shoe Sting. Land Raider is just going to do everything into this one modifier.
Okay, I'm just pick it up. Well, you roll your hits and then I'll pick. And then if you roll terribly, I'll pick it.
This is Heavy Bolter. Just 1 wound.
Yeah, not a great start.
Alright, I just got to do 2 damage. Nothing could possibly go wrong here. Only 2 hits. Alright, 2 wounds. AP3.
Damage.
Um,
I'm just curious.
8 plus 4, 12 damage. Alright. You did it.
Took long enough, but we finally got a whole mortifier.
Any other shooting? Negatory. So, charges. Spending 1 for the Chosen. Who are going to charge Battle Sisters? Nice.
Don't think
I fit through there? No. Okay. Yep. That's what a smart person would do. What did I roll? 10? We'll go this way.
I mean, you can space it there. That's the very edge, but not between these ones, I think. These are all 1.1 or something.
Yeah. Warp Talents will try to charge him.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. It's probably fine. Right? Possessed are going to charge Mortifiers, Battle Sisters, and that's it.
Okay.
Overwatch or anything?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I guess he can't see me.
I mean,
7.
No, I have nothing that neither unit's eligible to play Overwatch. Nothing else, Doots. I am very proud that you learned from your mistake from the GT.
I have
So Doots breaking cover here. Everything in. He should have enough attacks to clip out these mortifiers. Mortifiers may get to swing back at him.
Is it charging my whole army into you?
And but he does have to deal with 2 units of Paragon Warsuits. Seems like the Paragon Warsuits are kind of in a pretty... They're in their favorite position right now. The awkward part, to be fair, is whether or not Doots can... Or whether or not Ash can deal with the other units that are pushing forward. The Chosen are, as we've seen, are pretty good against the Paragon Warsuits. And it's... Well, Ash will probably kill most of the Possessed. I don't know if she kills all of them.
Cool. Let's touch cover where we can. For reasons. Looks like everybody's touching. Cool. Demon Prince is just being a cool guy. Alright. I'm going to start with the Possessed. To the surprise of everybody, probably. I'm assuming no heroics.
Nope.
Yep. Who's she in range of? She's in range of these. So looks like I'm going to have 7 dudes going into Mortifiers 2. And I don't want to pull her in. Cool. That is 36 because I got the champion there.
All right, boys, let's go.
We have Presence, so hitting on 2s.
I would be shocked if these Mortifiers survived. If they survived another unit of Possessed, that'd be impressive.
6s explode.
Ending on 4s because you are -1 strength.
Okay. 12 AP2s.
Okay, so these are 5 up. A lot of damage. Dead and very dead. Okay, we did get the fight back. All these are both first, so I don't need to roll them separately. Both get the fight back. Can't go anywhere else, so. Normal. 3 is rerolling. Then your toughness
T5.
5, so you're down to toughness 4, so I'm winning on you 2s -1, winning on 3s. Didn't matter. Okay.
These are going to be 4-ups.
Yep. So kills the 1 guy and then
one
kills
more.
the second.
Yep. Let's go like that.
Mortifiers take a toll on their way out, so it definitely makes that position a little bit easier to deal with.
Alright. Chosen.
Consolidations? No.
With them, I don't think it's super necessary. You can just walk on here.
I can't.
With OBSEC. Yeah, not with it, not outside of engagement range, so. Yeah, I'm fine where I'm at. I guess we'll get one more guy in cover.
Okay.
Alright, these guys.
Just do your pile and I'll pick them up.
Yeah, I'm just thinking how I want to do this. Yeah, this guy needs to go around here. Alright.
So just removing the sister squad. Don't feel the need to roll the 20 attacks out from the Chosen onto them.
Okie doke.
Could potentially have tried to Miracle Dice. The Miracle Dice pull for Ash is insane right now. Look at
So
this.
I kill 3 more bots. Long War, I did kill you off an objective and take it, so that's 5. And 2 for
3.
Or is it 3? Yeah, 3. Okay.
So So Doots back on the table for secondaries. The gap's shrinking slightly here, but really he's put himself in a position where he needs to basically be able to take the swing back on the chin and continue fighting. The downside is that he's only got one combat character, which is the Demon Prince remaining. If he still had the Lord Discordant, I think this game state would feel a lot better for him. But right now, he does look like he's in a little bit of trouble, potentially. So Ash, I think, certainly favored currently. We're going to start seeing her Mortal Wounds start to come into play to deal damage to the Possessed squad. And then we're going to see 2 Paragon Warsuit units fire into them and dive to try to kill them. If Ash can clip the Possessed squad and the Chosen squad this turn, she's going to basically leave Doots with the Demon Prince and the Warp Talons. And that it's unlikely that that's enough stuff that Doots is going to be able to push out. But on the flip side, if Doots can tank this round of attacking, he should be in a pretty good position. He's got a lot of robots. We're down to 6 Paragon Warsuits, and that's it. Is that enough, though? He's killed 11 robots so far? Yeah. That's a ton. Pretty funny that Ash can bring a list that bleeds bring it down so easily and still do so well. But it turns out this army typically just wins on attrition. Doesn't really care about the score so much if your opponent's army is just dead, trying to kill it.
Back. Yeah. Slightly easier charge if I need to. Because champion is there. He just wants to be in range of. You are 1 inch. You are 2 inches. That's just 7. Oh no, you are 1 inch here. I can go here.
Yep.
Which means I don't cover that, so I'll just move over here to like covering some of Chosen. Can I get here? Can get here. I'm within 2 now. Yes, I am. So be like this. Yeah, perfect. Oh. Okay. Start our shooting phase. Possess take D3. Possess take 2 mortal wounds.
Anybody injured over here?
No.
Just take it here. It's gonna die anyways. Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna die anyways.
Right.
Actually, no. We'll go here.
Okay. Castigator shooting the Chosen.
Okay.
3. So, the autocannon. Average, I think. No, slightly under average. 7. 3s and 2s because you are currently T3. So you have 2 ups.
2s. Good.
And 3s and 3s. 2
damage, Philippines. 2 damage.
Right. Paragon squad 2 puts everything into the possess.
Okay.
Last thing was Stormbolters. Rolling. T4. So winning on 5s. Rolling.
Twos and cover. Kills 1. Does 1 here.
1, 6. Melter shots. Okay. 3s. Rolling. And 3s. Re-rolling.
Go for 4s. Good.
Okay, the Paragon squad is gonna shoot everything at Chosen.
Okay.
Spend 1 CP for +1 to hit. So, this is 15. 2s, rerolling 1s. And on 3s, rerolling 1s.
This is Stormbolters,
Yep.
right? So
Yep.
2s.
Kill 2. Yes, you put 1
I got
down 1.
Philippines.
Oh, kill 1. Right.
Yep, kill 2. Very nice.
Delta shot. Rolling. And on 2s, rerolling.
These are going to be on 6s. Alright, I got to do them one at a time.
Yep. Oh,
First one does
4,
4.
4, 7, 4, 7. Then I'll can't wait on the last one.
Alright, 4 kills, 7 kills, 4 kills. Alright. My flag needs is worthless.
I mean, you're once again to melt.
Oof. So there goes.
Not sure how effective you expected it to be. Then Morven.
Here's the Chosen Squad. Possessor relatively unscathed so far,
Bolter
though.
here, Rockets here.
Okay.
Bolter. Hit. Wound.
Both will win because neither are playing against Necrons?
Kill.
Whatever. Necrons are a pushover.
Rocket. Hit. 1 wound.
This is a 4 either way. God damn it.
You have 2 wounds.
I'm gonna CB that.
Sure.
Yeah, fuck it. Damage.
I'll just take a 3.
Yeah.
Right. And then yeah, I think that's it for shooting. Yes. Generate miracle. 5. Really like nothing but 5s.
It's a nice set.
Charges. Dragonil and stun. What's this? Oh.
Two to 5, you take a mortal. You take 1 mortal.
Range them was that shitty charge. One mortal. That's felt no pain. And
Did I see the Necron deck for EDH? I think I've seen most of it. I don't know if I've seen the entirety of the deck. But I think I've seen most of the cards. I'm really impressed with those cards. There are some like fails in the Necron deck though. I think Triarch Praetorians have dynastic protocols, They have like an ability called or dynastic codes, despite the fact that Triarch units don't get those. Silly.
She takes 1 mortal.
She's fine. Alright. Paragons are gonna swing.
Okay. I'm going to make them -1 to hit.
Okay. I did not have a chance to declare any of my shit. I was just
You're
gonna
good.
give him. I was just gonna give him +1. So even. I obviously wasn't gonna make them ignore. Hitting on 3s. Rolling. This is a real spot. Yes, it's a real spot. Rolling. 17 hits. Wounding on 3s to 4s.
Okay. I'm just going to start from the champion and move back.
Oh, okay.
Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4 dead. So champion and
Champion is the only one who can swing because you moved this guy apart.
I'm sorry, what?
The champion's the only one that can swing into these 2 models.
Okay, so you base me.
Yes, I based
All
these 3. I said when I moved these 3 that they were basing those.
Okay, yeah, I'm just asking. So yeah, champion into Ephriel. The other 3 will go into Paragons.
Okay.
So into Stern. -1 to hit and wound, right? I still have Presence, so 3s. 1 explodes, and then Strength 6, so these will be 3s. AP2.
Perhaps.
2 each.
Great.
God. Fucking Jesus. The other 3. These are hitting on 2s. 6s explode. 8,
Yeah.
AP2.
Still -1 strength. Because the models are still alive.
Oh, it's strength and toughness?
Yeah.
Well, I'm strength 7, so.
Oh, it's strength. I thought it's strength 6.
Are they? No, I'm strength 6, yeah.
So, -2, so 3 ups. Take 1. And I guess you are still in engagement, so I might as well consolidate here, consolidate over here, here. These up.
Good. All right, come up here. Two more going into Paragons. Eight. Come on, Ash. Holy shit, these saves.
Just chucking the dice in with you.
All right. I've got morale.
If you fail, they both run away.
Yep.
Understood.
All right.
Yep. And yeah.
GG. I'll get 2 and 2 banners.
Yeah, so that's not what Doots needed out of that turn. He needed, I think, essentially the Possessed to survive. But unfortunately, dropping the Possessed in there and getting them all killed was probably the most likely outcome. Crushing Full, thanks for the resub, buddy. Really appreciate it. By the way, for those who are in the chat, it is September, so you do get a little bit of a discount if you want to drop a sub. I'd really appreciate it. We are trying to save up for some new equipment for in-person streaming for the GT live streams. But I think it was probably unlikely that the Possessed survived, but still a good shake. And unfortunately, Ash was able to get through with very little damage. Only took a couple of damage on some Paragons from the swingbacks. So basically, we're left with the Chaos Land Raider. The Demon Prince is a force to be reckoned with. He does have his auto wounding sword, and he does regenerate once. Although, with all of the out-of-phase damage that Ash has access to, I'm not sure that that's really going to help him too much. So it looks like Warp Talon's pushing forward to Objective 4. I may try to get to the Battle Sisters there to try to clear that objective and steal it from Ash. And the Demon Prince moving up. Maybe to get rid of the Paragons. Maybe to get rid of Ephrael and Kaiganel. Now, obviously, we could also see some dice off the Chaos Land Raider convert highly as well. Downside for Doots is that Ash has an incredible brace of saving throws in the bank. So, at least she can auto-pass a couple of last cannon saves through the course of the remainder of the game.
I'll start with the Demon Prince. Just smite. Perils.
Wow. That's awkward. Demon Prince immediately paralyzes himself.
Goes through for 2 and Paragons.
So, mate, clip out the remaining Paragon. One damage to it.
Why not? Why not? Like 50-50 on those. Let's do another smite from the other guy. Goes off.
On die.
Alright. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
But you didn't bring one back.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm just not gonna. Perils. Shooting Land Raider. Shooting the Paragons.
Okay.
Just everything there. I'll do heavy bolters first. Hit.
All right.
5 wounds.
All right, Land Raider. Clips the Paragon Warsuit. Let's just see full conversion from the last cannons kills the other 2. Ready? No! Not like that. 2 wounds.
2.
Just failed both saves here. Ash, real quick. Oh my god, did it happen?
Kill.
It did happen! Alright. Well, if Doots needed a turn to swing back, this is the one.
Charges.
Land Raider just casually removes 3 Paragon Warsuits. Demon Prince is going to push forward. If we can kill Ephrael and Kaiganel, he can eat a couple of attacks and probably sort of stay safe.
I rolled a 12, so I'll just go around.
Unfortunately, it looks like the Demon Prince may have to enter the danger zone of Morvenval standing there.
Whatever. Can't do anything about that.
You're right.
Warp Talons into Battle Sisters.
So Warp Talons do go for the Battle Sisters. Unfortunately for them, I think that means that they will probably be made quick work of by the Paragon Warsuits. Doots doesn't really have a great answer to the remaining Paragon Warsuits over here. He kind of needs the Land Raider to kill them, kind of.
Oh, he's leadership. It's the other guy who's 9. All right,
You
so
are
we're good.
no, you are -1 leadership because of that.
A -1 leadership too. Okay. Well, I'll take D3. He's gonna die anyway, so take one of these fuckers with me. Probably not, but we'll see. So everything into Kaigenol. I'll start with the Talon, I guess. See if I can clip him.
He can't take funeral pains against you, right?
Correct.
So you want to put the demon weapon into him first. Because she doesn't have funeral pain.
Either way, the Talon is either gonna kill Kaigenol now, or it's gonna do absolutely nothing, right? Because I still needed 2 more swings to get Stern.
I have no idea.
Yeah, so I'll start with the Talon. Missed anyways. All right, good talk. The demon weapon.
Hey.
2 explode, and I actually have to roll to wound these. 2 more wounds.
Who's don't want?
I am strength 9.
Unless you
Oh, you're -1. You're -1. Yeah.
Yeah, so just 4-ups. I did it.
Oh,
Reach. Yep.
brutal. Good job, Demon Prince. We're proud of you.
I'm not. I'm obviously
Did you not come in?
What? Oh,
Did you not come in?
I did.
Okay.
Like I put the circles over.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering. I was doing other stuff, so I wasn't watching you.
I think. Can you check where it latches onto his model? Because mine is free measure. Like just measure off him.
It's like slightly inside his base.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Okay. So I'll just. You want me to roll the warp talons, or? I guess it could matter. 7. Oh no, you killed one. 6 times 5 is 31. Leave it to me.
Goodbye, Battle
16.
Sisters.
2, right?
AP2, yeah.
Yep, so 4-ups. Oh.
Just barely.
Turns out, without those rerolls...
The Valor of their Heart tried to protect them.
Yeah, those warp challenge looks good.
Trying to find the last one.
Yep. It's all good. I'll just have some of these move up like this.
Okay. Morven swings at the Demon Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to see exactly how defensive these
Rolling.
Nargle Demon Prince can be.
P6.
So 4 and 1 mortal wound.
6, 7. Just enough.
That gets him. Ugh.
This is the thing.
That's awkward.
He'll just come back into phase. He does.
He gets to consolidate just here. So she gets within 6. That's consolidates before he comes back.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. So I get Long War for 3. Mission for 3. And I killed 3 bots.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah. Player score in our score 4.
Yep.
I don't even think I maxed out primary already. So basically rerolls go here. I spend the CP to blow up your Demon Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Round it up after. Yeah, sure.
Okay, doing that now?
Yep, 3 multiple ones, it dies.
Yep.
Feature, kill something, and a couple of miracles as well, but after. 64. +1 attack on the creature. Goes off. Psychic immunity. That's going on the Paragon. All this on all the Paragons. And the command phase, I hold this back to mine.
Sorry, Chad, I didn't realize I was muted.
You have to hold it.
just going through the scores here momentarily. Ash has not scored up her full no prisoners. She should be close to 10 on no prisoners once the bonus points are calculated. So she should be around 90 is going to be the differential that Doots has to overcome. He does have the potential for bottom round 5 scoring, so he could score a 12 up to 79, 81 with the primary. He has one banner active, and he's set himself up to place a second banner. Oh, he's 2 banners active, excuse me. So he should go to 7 at the start of his next turn, and then 3 more at the end. So he should only be at 10 on banners, and then he could potentially get another 3 on Long War, 3 on bonus. So I imagine Ash will get 3 on bonus this turn. So she's at 24, 32, 36 plus 9. So she will have max primary. So the bonus doesn't matter for Ash so much. Yeah, she's already max primary.
Start with Stone Bolters. Gonna see people +1 to hit. That's why not.
Yep.
So question mark here, I guess, is whether or not Doots can max primary. He's at 30 right now, so he has to get another 15. So if he gets a 3, if the Castigator goes to the middle, which it has, Doots takes the middle objective for 2, kills the Castigator for 1, and banners it.
1, 2,
that is his 3, so he will also max primary. So that would be a wash. Then it strictly comes down to secondaries.
5 for dead.
So there goes all of the Warp Talons. So we're at a total of 25 3-wound models that have been killed so far on Doots' side. So that is
I start with 2 banners.
75, 85, 95, 110. So that should be a 13 on no prisoners. So she's at 94, it looks like. So I think she'll cap at 94. I don't know if that's a surmountable amount for Doots. If he gets 45 primary, so she'd have 24, 39 secondary. Doots has 14, bring it down. He'll max it if he kills the Castigator. So the Castigator right now is worth 4 points. He'll get 3 more on banners. And then 3 more on Long War.
Cool. Master.
Yeah, so he can only get 7.
I'll CP it.
Which is an 11, 21, 35. So I believe he caps at 90. So I believe that Ash will take it by 4 points. Incredibly close finals game, though.
Okay.
Oh wait, they
I think you've made every single film.
They were chorus. Sorry, it didn't matter.
Oh, your chorus, anyways. Yeah. Okay.
It actually went off for like the second time this game.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that was a misplay for Doots there. He should have instead of trying to kill a Paragon, he should be pushing for this Castigator. No, you have to kill the Castigator, Doots.
For the Slanesh strat.
Objective 2 is locked, so the Land Raider could just leave.
Yes, I'll start with.
Yeah, I think he's misplaying a little bit here for the last couple points, unfortunately.
So, okay, I'll CP that 1. Neat. Okay, those all hit on 3s, 2 wounds. You want that to go through?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just that'll be the auto 6 damage. So 8. And that's it. So I got the last bring it down. I got Long War for 3. Or no, 2. And
2 for Death and Zeal for sure.
2 for Death and Zeal, and then here, and then 3 more. Yep. Cool.
Yeah, missed out on the point there for killing the Castigator.
Very close game.
Yeah, I think if I had a couple more
I could've
things go my way, I think I actually could have taken that.
Yeah.
Your saves were brutal.
Oh.
Feeling pains. Ugh.
Wasn't so much the pain that it wasn't the saves on.
You were like 50-50 on your feeling pains. Like the important stuff.
Oh yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, GG everybody.
That was a good game, though. That was a good one.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think like Ash mentioned, definitely closer than the last time you two played.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was like nothing I could do in that other game.
Yep.
It was, yeah. I basically had to run at her because it's the three. What was it? The three objectives close to each player's deployment zone.
I had convergence, yeah,
Yeah.
and that because that mission has such a wide middle, he's got nowhere to like.
Was it
springboard
Tide of
from.
Vision or Scouring?
Could be
Oh, I
happy
think
scarring.
it's either or. Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. It was one of the ones with the big open middle, so
Yeah.
he had no maneuver room.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I had warp talents in that list either. So there's no hope of like getting in behind, like one of these back objectives and pulling off the sisters.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, Ash, congratulations on taking down the whole GT. Obviously, congratulations to both of you for going 4-0, but Ash with the only remaining 5-0.
Well played.
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Beaten,
Yep.
So if Devin wins, right? I will have beaten 3 people who finished with a 4-1 on my way up.
There you go.
Strength of schedule.
The brutal strength of schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. So are you gonna be switching to Leagues of Votan as soon as they're legal? Is that the next journey?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm definitely painting them.
Yeah.
I have spent like $100 on painting equipment just for them.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Well.
Expensive pigments and everything.
Yeah.
They better be good then. No pressure.
Oh no,
I want to see the updates.
I want them to be beautiful. Whether or not they're good doesn't matter.
That army is like, it's Space Marines in the fact that the painting possibilities are just absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like a lot of flat surfaces you can really play with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's like so many like close parallels to like pop culture. Like I've already seen like the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
the Ninja Turtles thing is like a classic one. Yeah, for the land fortresses.
Snow White.
Yeah. Snow White. That's a good one. Yeah, there's the possibilities are endless.
40k has been without dwarves for so long. They've got all the plans. The schemes have already been designed.
I kind of want to make a Chaos Votan list, like an army.
Just
I got too much going.
Use some Chaos Dwarfs like right out of Warhammer Fantasy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Either get the Chaos Dwarf heads on them or like put like Chaos Terminator heads on them. I think that would look pretty close.
That would look pretty cool. They already are kind of like, they're basically just Terminator proportions already.
Yeah, they're just like, they've been in the warp too long. They got a little shorter.
Fair enough. So, dudes, are you how are you feeling about Creations of Bile, looking at the sort of the upcoming metagame?
It's been a good run. I think they're going to get nerfed. If they don't, I will be amazed.
Nerfed? Really? Interesting.
I think they will, just because of the community backlash. I don't think they're... It's one of those factions where you've got amazing matchups and really crappy matchups.
Right.
So, like in the GT setting, it's very hard, I think, for Cobb to get to the top and win it.
Yeah.
But I can totally see, like, there's so many matchups where it just feels so bad, and I feel bad for my opponents because it's It's like, oh, you brought the wrong army to this match, so you lose.
Right.
But I'm excited to play some Emperor's Children and some Night Lords with demons. I think that's going to be fun.
Technically, I did bring the wrong army to fight you. I just tech so heavily into fighting chaos that it doesn't matter.
Well, and you've got a
Sounds like it's
respectable
the right
amount of
army,
shooting
then.
too. Yeah, the anti-chaos and like just the Melta is enough.
Yeah, but you know what I
To
mean.
at least make it a game.
Sisters are so melee reliant too.
Yeah,
Like,
if you had brought like the standard sisters list, this would have been like laughably easy for me.
And that's
Really?
why I
It's
don't
that-
bring
it's
standard
that,
sisters list.
Is that one-sided, you feel?
It's so bad for the sisters, yeah.
Interesting.
It is unplayably bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because they can't trade. They just trade down every time.
Yeah. Yeah, they're never getting the value that they should be getting. And in the standard list, the shooting is not like it's so much easier to play around, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, because the combat units aren't also the shooting units. They're like separate. Right?
Yeah.
Whereas this version of the list, in order to engage into the meaningful stuff, those are the ones with multi-meltas.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've got additional tools also to help deal with them as well. So like wrapping retributors and like using the Slanesh strat, and like the warp talons are really good against retributors because they make it in, they do the mortal wound strat, which they hate.
Yeah.
So there's additional tools
For sure.
basically that I have as well.
That makes sense. Cool. Well, I'll go ahead and get your scores in. I'll let you two go. Ash, I know it's late for you, so I hope you have a good night. And thanks again for the good game.
All right. Thanks, Trevi.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Trevi. Bye.
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 All right, chat. We did it. Congratulations to Ash for taking down the GT. It was a very close game. It looked a little bit rough for Doots at the end there. He was losing a lot on attrition, but I mean, just goes to show you the rubber banding effects of the GT Nephilim format are really impressive. Bottom round 5 scoring and the ability to score tertiaries as quickly as you can was really good. And I think Doots is right. I mean, if some stuff had gone his way a little bit earlier, he certainly could have turned that around. If he had been able to block give up less on no prisoners, potentially block a round of 12-point primary scoring, it would have been good for him. But I'm not really sure. Like it might have been that he pushed out a little bit late, I guess, with the big possessed brick, because he was certainly going to lose that possessed brick on going in. But he could force a position where Ash has to put so much effort into killing that brick. He gets to commit. He gets to deliver one or two other units. But I'm not sure. Night Lord's always pro Halloween scary. Yeah. Night Lord's pretty. It's good for October. So 2 weeks you can play that one for sure. All right, let's go ahead and go rating. Thanks everyone for watching, chat. Big congratulations again to Ash for winning this GT. This is a 5-round event, by the way. And if you are interested, obviously, standard pods are continuing to launch over on the server. We also will be having a team tournament, which will the announcement for that should go up pretty shortly. Now that the GT is just about over, so come hang out for that. And with that, we'll go ahead and give a rating. Who we're rating? Is anybody live? Who's live? We're streaming too early, chat. Nobody's live on Warhammer. Let's see. What do we got? Is anybody playing some games? No one's playing games? What? Unacceptable. Tabletop Minions is streaming, though. We'll go hang out with them. All right, we're doing it. We figured it out. Oh, all right, chat. Thanks everyone for hanging out. That's going to be it for me for the weekend. Should be back Monday. And I'll see you later.